to race and compete against other teams that were similar to us, similar to what we were trying to do. You know, smaller team, more of a family vibe, trying to grow, which was great. Now, first year we get into it, you know what happens? COVID-19. So we did not have a ton of meets that first year. We did not have a Blue Ridge chance. And then things start looking better. Everyone's like, all right, yeah, it's good. It's going down, we're good. A week before the next Blue Ridge champs canceled. COVID. So we did not get to do an actual Blue Ridge championship meet until this past season. This was our first one, even though we've been a part of this league for 3 years now. So out of this, in this league, there, like I said, there are 15 teams, all around the same size, right? Most teams are on average around 60. You have a couple up there that are a little higher, a couple a little lower, but it's around the 60, 70 mark. And something that we did that I, quite frankly, am still shocked about is we placed second out of 15 teams overall. And not only did we place second, we were the fifth largest team there. So it's kind of about the quality, guys, right? It's you guys really stepped up, even with necessarily not the numbers to place second, and we still did. So that is awesome. Congratulations, give it up for the kids, guys. So what I'm going to do is, I went back, looked at those results, and I wanted to acknowledge our swimmers who placed top 8 at that meet. So the way that swimming works for our newer parents, typically most meets will score at the top 16. Top 16 score points for their team. Top 8, that's when you're talking about a lot of big points, right? So these are kind of the people that helped us get that second place finish overall. So when I call your name, please stand up. Beck Burton. I'll be honest, there's a lot of names, so we all get out and like, woo! Move on. Alright, Eden Osmond. Sam Mellon. Will Stevens. Blakely Hogan. Les Wilcox. Nicholas Chalone, Caitlin Ryder, Daniel Wong, Lindsay Osmond, Reed Kendall, Gretchen Sickles, Luke Bransom, and Ella Hughes. All right, you guys can sit. Thank you. All right, so there are actually 3 people I didn't name, and they're like, what? Wait, I didn't get you. These 3 individuals, 4 individuals won their races. They won the entire event. Most of these races had anywhere from 50 to 90 kids competing, and they won the entire race. Something that NSS has not seen in a while. So when we started winning some races, some people were like, what the heck? What is happening over there? Yeah, we're here, and we're doing big things. So these are our first place finishers. John Restrepo. Wyatt Davis. Andrew Chalone. And he is not here tonight, but in spirit, Ryan Bamber. So now we talk about that. You know, Blue Ridge is that one meet where we do get to invite all of our kids to that swimming, right? We have meets where you have to qualify for, such as states and sectionals, so forth. Blue Ridge is a meet that we all need to go to, which is fantastic. It gives every single one of our kids an opportunity to compete and score points, so that's great. Now those next meets that we look at are those state championship meets and are those sectional meets, right? So these individuals had qualifying times, which is very difficult, by the way. Fun little fact, North Carolina, and to be honest, I'm not sure why, is one of the fastest swimming states in the entire country. And I'm not kidding when I say that. North Carolina Swimming just competed at a meet called Zones, which was down in Tupelo, Mississippi. It was the entire Southeast. Every state gets represented there, all the way from Texas, all the way up to West Virginia. I think there were about 20 states there. North Carolina won. Number one, including Florida. Sorry, I had to get you there. This is a very competitive swim state. So because of that, these qualifying times are very difficult, as a lot of the kids know. So these guys were our state qualifiers for age group states, which is 14 under, and senior states, which is 15 and up. When I call your name, please stand up. Luke Branson. Andrew Chalone. Nicholas Chalone. John Restrepo. This individual qualified, but then aged up. I'm still taking him credit. That's Reed Kendall. And then this individual got his state cut about 2 weeks after the meet, and I'm still going to recognize him, Austin Newsom. Great job, guys. Oh, and also Ryan. All right, so that's our state team, guys. I'm sorry, why did you stand up? You know you. All right, and then our sectional team. So states is that first level debate with those qualifying times, and sectionals is the whole southeastern, right? Not just North Carolina. A lot harder again to qualify for, so those times get even faster to me, right? To give you another perspective, for those that qualify for states, typically it's the top 80 in every age group in the state. That's what it typically is. For sectionals, it's the same thing, but the top 80-ish for the entire southeastern United States. So it's a very hard meet to qualify for. These were our qualifiers for sectionals this past year. We have Andrew Chalone, Ryan Davis, Ryan Banquet, in spirit. Julian Mercer, also in spirit. Good, thanks guys. Was it Sean? All right. Moving on now to kind of our long course season. With our long course season, it's very short, right? So we don't have a ton of time to get what we need to get done. It's very quick once we start our break, and it's go, go, go. So one thing I want to recognize is, and this is a special place in my heart, is our swimmers who competed in the North Carolina Open Water Championships. So these are the swimmers who were brave enough to jump in a lake and swim up from a 800-meter swim up to a 5K, a 5-kilometer race. So I'm going to acknowledge these individuals that did this. They did a fantastic job. I was an open water swimmer myself, so I think it's really awesome when these guys can get up and do stuff like that. It's obviously not easy. Every kid that does it will tell you it is the worst experience in the world. But for some reason, they want to do it again the very next year. So the following individuals, or actually, go ahead and stand up. If you're in open water this year, please stand up. All right, so this is going to be kind of the bulk of our presentation tonight. This is where we present awards for your swimmers achieving what's called a USA Motivational Time Standard, right? So these time standards that the governing body of USA Swimming creates are kind of these goals for the entire country to get per age group and per gender, right? So once you start, it starts all the way from a B time. That's kind of that base level B time. The way they do it typically, that means you're at like the 50th percentile for your age and for your gender for that race if you achieve a B time, right? Next step goes up to a BB time, which goes up to about the 60th percentile. A time is next, which is 70%. Double A time is next, 80.
AAA time, you're at the 90th percentile, and for those very few individuals that get quad A times, it's less than 1%. So we're going to give those awards out tonight. When you get this award, guys, please stay up here. I know parents want to take pictures and all that fun stuff. So we are going to start with our B time qualifiers. First up, William Stevens. Eliza Siebert. And I'm going to call the names even though they're not here tonight, just so they can recognize. Patrick Van Gogh. Emerson Brackett. Kate Freeze. Eden Osmond. Julia Carlson. Olivia Romsberg. Barrett Roberts. Caitlin Ryder. Annie Haynes. Isabella Sanders. Minray Shi. Luke Egner. Peter Karamanov. Jacob Carlson. Brett Myers. Tarun Yavagal. Homo Yavagal. All right, give it up for your B time qualifiers. Alright, so our next level goes up to that BB time, and like I said before, this is kind of where we get into that 60th percentile, so these are the kids that are starting to get pretty close to making state champs. The state champ times are typically right at A times, sometimes a little closer to AA. So going from that B to BB is a pretty big jump, and something to definitely be proud of. First up is Beck Burton. Elizabeth Klein and Spirit. Ben Cornay. Caroline Fong. Jim Gatehouse. Grace Gatehouse. Eliza Haynes. Nin Yi Shi. Mandy Harrington, Anna Kennedy, Samantha Melton, Sierra Myers, Austin Newsom, Samantha Saggio, Dominic Saggio, Gretchen Sickles, Daniel Wong. All right, give it up for our BB time. Picture, guys. Thanks, guys. All right. All right, so next is that 8 time standard. Now we're really talking some quick times here, right? Eight times is not an easy time to get. Once again, that's kind of where we're starting to talk, making that state championship cuts. These guys, a lot of these guys in this group, this was not an easy 8 time. What I mean by that is, it's not kids that just randomly join swimming and are naturally good. Right? Ones that actually, these are the kids that actually got to work hard, right? These kids really have spent more than a year, many years for some of them, trying to get to this point. A lot of them started just at that B time and then made their way up into that 8 time. So this is a really big accomplishment for them. First up is Ella Hughes. Westbrook Cox. I have been butchering this last name since day one. So, Sarah G. She tried to tell me how to say it, and I still say it wrong, so I just didn't want to do it to you. Can you tell everybody else?
Gilland.
Gilland. Okay. Got it. Elena Grady. Just achieved this past weekend, Faith Hansen. Blakely Hogan. Caroline Leahy. Tajay Matthew. And one of our newest snakes, Caitlin Malarney. It's fun, guys.
1, 2, 3, cheese. Very good snake.
Put up your 8-time qualifiers. All right. So we are getting down to it. It's now our double-A swimmers. Once again, these swimmers, for the most part, have gotten those state cuts. We're now talking sectionals. We're at the 80th percentile in the entire country, so we're really getting up there in the rankings. Once again, kind of the same spiel I had with the 8-time guys. These guys did not just pop into swimming and like, I'm talented. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of practices, dedication, early morning summer workouts, very much deserved. So first up is Reed Kendall. Right, Vegas. Lindsay Osman. John Restrepo. Luke Ransom. Our youngest member with this award, Andrew Chalone. And his brother Nicholas Chalone.
Why is she picking you up?
Give it up for your double-A qualifier. All right, so we did not have any quad A's yet. Stay tuned for more. It'll come. But we did have 2 individuals get triple A's. That is at the 90th percentile in the country. These guys are, both of these gentlemen had placed top 20 in the state, top 30 in the southeastern region, and have really just blown my mind the past year of what they accomplished. They're actually both not here too. But one of them is not here because he is in the military though. He just got sent off probably about a month and a half ago. He was our first swimmer in I think almost 8 or 9 years to break 22 seconds in the 50 free. He was 21.8. For those of you that are a little new to swimming, that's fast. That's when you start, definitely talking even potential recruiting at that point. So that is Mr. Julian Mercer. Our next individual, who is no longer here in spirit, but here on FaceTime, he's here with us. This individual worked for this. I don't think I've ever coached a swimmer that has worked so hard to get where he is today. He, without a doubt, deserves this. And there's bigger things ahead for this guy. He talks to me about his future plans all the time, what he wants to do next season. Coach, I'll do this next season. I'm like, all right, you do that. So he's got such a great head on his shoulders, very ambitious. That's Mr. Ryan Banquet. Okay, very good. So that was the bulk of our program. We have a couple more awards to give out tonight, a couple special awards, I would say. So this next award, I don't think I've done this award before, but I wanted to stress the importance of our newcomers, of our family.